Parenting can be rough on the body in many ways, from random accidental kicks while playing to those little gray hairs that spring up. The daily grind of lifting and carrying a child, picking up toys, never-ending laundry, and pushing strollers also begins to take its toll on new parents, usually in the form of back pain. Poor posture can cause back pain, and many new parents consider over-the-counter medicine to correct the problem. Instead of relying on medication, get relief from pain by following these posture tips for new parents from the American Physical Therapy Association. When lifting your child from the floor, start in a half kneel position. Stand close to your child on the floor. While keeping your back straight, place one foot slightly forward of the other foot and bend your hips and knees to lower yourself onto one knee. Once down on the floor, grasp your child with both hands and hold him or her close to your body. Tighten your stomach muscles, push with your legs, and slowly return to the standing position. When carrying or holding your child, always hold him or her close to your body and balanced in the center of your body. Avoid holding your child in one arm and balanced on your hip. When using the child carrier, be sure to keep your back straight and your shoulders back to avoid straining your back and neck. Cleaning up is a constant when you have young kids. Remember when you're picking up toys from the floor to keep your head and back straight, and while bending at your waist, extend one leg off the floor straight behind you. Squat and don't bend over. As you lift your child out of the crib, remember to keep your feet shoulder width apart and your knees slightly bent. Arch your low back, and while keeping your head up, bend at your hips. With both arms, grasp your child and hold him or her close to your chest. Straighten your hips so you are in an upright position and then extend your knees to return to a full stand. To return your child to the crib, use the same technique and always remember to keep your child close to the chest. When pushing your child in a stroller, you will want to stay as close to the stroller as possible, allowing your back to remain straight and your shoulders back. The force to push the stroller should come from your entire body, not just your arms. Avoid pushing the stroller too far ahead of you because this will cause you to hunch your back and shoulders forward. Now that you know the tips, here are a few exercises that can help increase your strength and improve your posture that you can do with your little one at home. The cat and cow pose helps to stretch the spine and also helps low back pain. Start on your hands and knees with the baby on the mat underneath you so that you're face to face. Your hips should be over your knees and shoulders over your wrist. As you inhale, tilt your tailbone up and lift your chest forward and up in the cow pose. When you exhale, tilt your tailbone down, rounding your back and looking down at your baby for the cat pose. Continue moving with your breath and feel free to make silly faces whenever you make eye contact with your little one. Next up is the knee plank push-up kisses. This pose helps develop core strength and will also work the muscles on the back of your arm, your triceps. This pose begins in the same position as the cat and cow pose, but with your knees back a few inches on the mat and your toes tucked. Inhale and then exhale while bending your elbows, keeping them tucked in towards your sides, and slowly lower yourself closer to your baby until you're close enough to kiss their nose or forehead. Inhale to press yourself back up and repeat 5 to 10 times. Goddess squats helps to stretch your hips, strengthen your core muscles, and increase your circulation. Begin with your feet about 3 feet apart with your toes pointing out in the same direction as your knees while holding your baby. Exhale and bend your knees deeply, sinking hips down to the height of your knees. Try to keep your knees directly over your ankles. Inhale and straighten your legs. The following exercise is great for building abdominal strength and relieving stress. For the boat position, sit on the floor with your legs bent in front of you and your baby on your lap facing you. While holding your baby, slowly lift your feet until your legs are parallel to the floor. Hold here and breathe or slowly straighten your knees. If your baby is secure, you can try letting go and extending your arms alongside of your legs. Try holding this pose for 10 to 20 seconds. If you want to work your butt, back, and abs while stretching your neck, chest, and spine, and calming your mind while rejuvenating tired legs, try the bridge. Lie down on your back with your knees bent and your baby resting against your hips and thighs facing you. You can hold your baby around his or her hips. Your feet should be hip distance apart. When you exhale, press into your feet and lift your hips up off the floor, keeping your thighs parallel. Stay in the pose for up to 30 seconds, or try a dynamic bridge pose and move up in the pose with your breath. Inhale to rise, exhale to lower. A fun way to practice using your pelvic floor and strengthening your core while using your baby as a weight are leg lifts. Start by sitting up with your knees bent and baby against your shins. Hold on to your baby and roll to your back so your baby is above you face to face. Hold your baby's hands or body and play around with them, moving your legs side to side, back and forth, and moving shins up and down. This can also be a more enjoyable alternative to doing tummy time with your baby on the floor.